So this is Morris Gump. Let's give you a little walk round. I've owned this for 23 years. I paid 600 quid for it when I bought it. It was a complete wreck. I will show you the photographs in a minute. Basically taking me on and off over the last 20 odd years to restore it. But as you can see, it's all pretty much complete now. Very pleased with it. Obviously got it sign written for my work as well. Everything I've done myself on it. I wouldn't say I've done a brilliant job of some of it, but I'm happy. And it's drivable, it turns a few heads, and not only that, it's a moggy van. So let's have a look under the bonnet. If we can do this one-handed, yes we can. So I've tried to keep everything as original as possible. And the only modification I've got is I have changed the dynamo for an alternator. Yeah, so literally everything was rebuilt. That is a new engine rebuild. I'm really pleased with it all, really. Yeah, I mean the A series engine, nice and easy to work on. So that's the engine. As you can see, it's all nice and clean. I've stuck with original drum brakes all round as well. People keep saying, oh, why don't you put discs on? I don't want to put discs on. If I wanted disc brakes, I'll have a modern car. All you got to do is change your driving style. And yeah, you get used to them. I know I should have cross-ply tyres on here or town and country, but I've stuck with radials. Yeah, obviously a lot safer. So yeah, that's one thing that isn't quite original, but I think they look all right on there. And yeah, old English white on the wheels. I picked out the M with a nice bit of red enamel paint, which sets them off nicely. So we'll take a look inside the front. I'll say from the passenger side, a bit more room to sit in. So yeah, I mean the original mileage, that is what the van's actually done, not what the engine's done. Yeah, obviously we've done all these glove compartments, all look quite nice. Got decent bit of flooring in there, a little bit dark. I didn't want to do it outside, it's too bloody hot. Yeah, put the roof lining on. That was a bit of a pig of a job, but it's all okay. Yeah. Very happy with everything. The seats were originally, that came with it, were knackered. I had a couple of blue ones and I dyed these. I think they look all right. Yeah, I made all the door cards myself. which I'm quite pleased with. Later on I'm going to cover them with leather. I've got some leather upstairs in the office, so I will eventually do that, but it does need dyeing first. I'll just show you what I've done in the back here. I've got a nice little sort of parcel shelf all the way around, which basically gives me a bit of storage, because we do want to do a few road trips on this. That's come unstuck, which is a bugger. I need to put a bit more glue on that. So yeah, Morris Gump. Let's take you on the tour of the back. As you've probably seen by the sign lighting, I'm a joiner by trade, carpenter and joiner, nearly 40 years experience. So I did want to do a bit of woodwork on it, which, let's just move that back there, which you can see I've done here. So got the essential picnic hamper. So literally put that deck in, got Reggie's bed there in the middle. I've lined it all in the back, which makes it look a bit special. We got a nice little green light all round, which gives it a little bit of a nice feel. So yeah, let's open this up and show you what's what. So this opens up. This has got our deck chairs in, cups and everything else. A little bit of memorabilia on there. This then folds down as basically what I put Reggie's ramp up to, so he can walk up nicely. And then we cover it with a nice checkered flag tablecloth, and we use that as a table when we get the deck chairs out and have a cup of tea. So that's that. That all shuts up nicely. The chains that hold it all nice and secure are, let me just get that up and show you. These chains were what were on my bike when I rode around the UK for 50 days. So managed to get a little bit of the bike in here as well, which is good. So yeah, that shuts down on there, that all locks in, and then that back sits in a groove and that can't open. So then if we look at getting Reggie's bed out the way, we've got a bit of rubber matting under there, that pulls forward, and then we get that out the way. Let's move that over here. And then these boards lift out to reveal just get those out of the way. My spare wheel brace, starting handle, and some essential bits and pieces. I've got some books in here, grease gun, foot pump, jump leads, little light there, a few other tools, and it all sits nicely out the way. And then also got the sides that lift up as well. There's a bit more storage, some spare petrol in there. And the same on this side, a little bit of storage, fire blanket, got the fire extinguisher there as well, with safety in mind. So that is the back. A lot of points there for tying stuff down in the back as well, because we do plan to do quite a few road trips in this. We do want to drive Land's End to John O'Groats at some stage, and also do all the D-Day beaches. So yeah, that's the back. And we've got nice bed there for Reg. Got a nice step there so he can get up and down nice and easy. And we got our little handle that sits on there, just strapped down. Got some decent cabin hooks on there to hold the door. Oh, get in there. to hold the doors open and secure. And there it is, that's the back. To show you a few other bits and pieces. And this is a pencil sketch that I did of Morris Gump 3 years ago. So I got this book made up as well, which shows all the restoration from day one. There's a little bit there if you want to pause that. That was basically when I first finished it, this photo. And that's when it was finished. And literally, this was it when I first got it. You know, I used to have a TA tractor as well, Fergie, which was a petrol engine. That was the engine bay when I first got it. As you can see there, the amount of rust and that was on it. So yeah, this just shows you basic 1 or 2 pictures from the restoration. As I said, I've done everything myself, which I'm pleased with. So it's taken quite a while. Obviously trying to fit in day-to-day life. That there, I don't know if you can see that because of the light, that was the original logo. Couldn't quite make it all out, but it's nice to obviously get a photograph of that. That was all the bits of welding and that to the back. So when I had the back off for God knows how long. All the paint job. So it's not the best paint job in the world, but it looks sensible enough for now so I can use it. As I say, I did it all myself, but because of the price of paint, I think I'll hang on a bit and then get it done properly at some stage. So yeah, I have actually now put a new petrol tank in as well. So that petrol tank that is in the pictures there isn't the one that's in the van now. So this is quite good just to take out, and when people ask about the restoration, you can hand them the book and they can have a little browse through it. Cool. Brings it all back actually, looking at this. So the tax disc there, December 70, that's when I was born, so I wanted to get that on there. The van itself is 1964, January the 1st, 1964. And yeah, that's a bit of the woodwork going on. And that was it, and we're all finished. This is something else that I'm quite pleased with. It's a certificate. It shows all the details on there of the van. So 2 years ago I got that done. It's worth doing to keep. It's something to keep with the van, with all the bits and pieces. I will laminate it and put it in with everything. So yeah, the trim colour originally was brown, and obviously we've gone with black. But yeah, they're worth getting. I think it was about, I don't know, was it 20 odd quid for this? But yeah, it's worth it. And this is a folder which I've put together of all the bits and pieces to do with the van. So it was actually on the road in 97. These are the only bits of history that I got with it, and as you can see there, it was on the road 97, 98. Yeah, there's a few photographs obviously when I first got it finished, which I keep in there. And literally, this is a bit on there about it. And here is every single receipt of every single part I've bought from the moment I started the restoration, and the first receipt that I've come across was 2006, January 2006, which so floor pan van right hand drive, £45. So literally all that lot, if you want to read it, came to just under 400 quid. And now I guess you're going to be paying a lot more for a lot of these parts. If you have a bits there, gearbox mounting rubbers, £1.13, oh no, sorry, £7.50 for the pair. Yeah, I've literally just printed off everything, what we got here. All sorts of bits. Interior light bulb, windscreen washer bottle. What was that? Oil pressure switch. Sockets, brake master cylinder. That's actually now, I'll put another one in since then as well. Oil. Loads of bits and pieces. What we got? A chrome badge. Oh yeah, the hinges, the pins for the hinges on the back doors, exactly the same as Land Rover, if anyone wants to know. Bits and pieces there. Yeah, so that's everything that I keep with Morris Gump. Yeah, it's my pride and joy, really. I love it. So this is the third set of mirrors that I've put on. I started off with some nice little round ones, but I couldn't see bugger all. Then put on some slightly smaller than this, but this shape, on shorter arms, couldn't see bugger all. Then put those ones on, these mirrors on shorter arms, still couldn't see anything, so I've had to go with the longer arm. Didn't really like the thought of using the longer arm, but it is a lot better. And I've also put these little round ones on as well, which help like when you want to bypass or something like that, or when you're backing out, just so you can look down at the ground as well. Yeah, so this is it. This is the van, and it's for keeps. Don't know what it's worth, but it's worth a hell of a lot because of the amount of time I've spent on it. I've got a few little bits and pieces in there. Obviously I used to work for Goodwood, used to get involved with all the events. And that little fella there, Watney's Spear, that used to be on my dad's keyring. And I remember my dad having that sort of same setup there with the flags on his Mini Cooper. So I wanted to get them on there. I always keep those St. Christopher with me. Got that one there when the Never Ending Knot, when I was doing Everest. Yeah, all good. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk round Morris Gump. I hope to share quite a few days out and travels out in it with you very soon. Cheers everyone.